We all have our little habits at work. But what if some of those habits, the ones you don't even think about, are actually silently killing your career? Well, in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on 5 of the absolute worst work habits that can do some serious damage. And more importantly, we're going to talk about how to fix them, whether it's you who needs a course correction or maybe a colleague you're trying to help. So, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine there's that one person on your team who's always late, and then there's another who seems to be running a whole side business from their desk. Oh, and you can't go to the break room without hearing whispers of gossip. It all just feels a little off, right? Maybe even toxic. Does any of that sound a bit too familiar? Because these aren't just small annoyances. They're actually cracks in the very foundation of a healthy team. But this goes way deeper than just a bit of office drama. This is about the one thing you carry with you from job to job for your entire career, and that is your professional reputation. Every single thing you do, whether it's big or small, is either building that reputation up or tearing it right down. Look, it's so easy to think, oh, I didn't mean any harm, or I was just a few minutes late, what's the big deal? But here's the tough part. Your intentions, they don't matter nearly as much as your impact. When your habits cause delays for other people, when they create extra work, when they chip away at trust, that is the reality your team is stuck dealing with. All right, so let's get specific. Let's really break down the 5 most common habits that quietly sabotage professional growth and, honestly, poison the whole team dynamic. And for each one, we're not just going to look at what the habit is, we're going to explore why it's so damaging, especially from your colleague's point of view. First up, chronic tardiness. This is so much more than just being bad with a clock. When you consistently show up late to meetings or just late to the office, you're sending a really clear message. And that message is, my time is more important than your time. It's a fundamental lack of respect for everyone else's schedule and for the team's commitments. Habit number 2 is a big one, gossip and slander. And boy, has this evolved. It's not just about whispering at the water cooler anymore. Today, it's that passive-aggressive post, a subtle dig on social media, or a private chat group where you complain about a coworker. This kind of digital shading is incredibly destructive. It just creates a culture of mistrust and makes people feel really unsafe at work. Which brings us right to habit number 3, a lack of accountability. Let's be real. Everybody makes mistakes. It happens. What really matters is what you do next. Hiding an error is like setting a ticking time bomb for your team to deal with later. But owning it, what we call righting wrongs, that builds an incredible amount of trust. It shows everyone that you're a problem solver, not a problem hider. And that leads us to number 4, misusing resources. This one is huge. It covers everything from using your work hours to build a side hustle to, printing out your kid's entire school project on the company's dime. But at its heart, it's really about a breach of trust. The company is investing in you, and when you misuse their resources, you're basically breaking that agreement. And finally, habit number 5, low engagement. We've all seen this person. They do just enough to not get fired, they hit the bare minimum, they never contribute ideas, they're silent in every meeting. And the impact? Well, the rest of the team has to pick up all that slack. It just drains energy, it kills morale, and it tells everyone around you that you just don't care. Okay, I know, that was a pretty heavy list. But hey, identifying the problem is only half the battle, right? Now let's get to the most important part. How do you actually fix these behaviors in a way that's productive and professional? The solution lies in this really powerful idea called constructive accountability. Now, it sounds kind of corporate-y, but it's not about blame, it's not about punishment at all. It's a forward-looking approach that's all about improvement. The entire goal is to close the gap between what's expected and what's actually happening, and to do it in a way that helps the person grow. And you can put this into practice using something called a gap conversation. It's this simple, structured, and really respectful way to talk about the issue. First, you just state the clear expectation. Second, you describe the specific behavior you've seen without judgment. And third, this is the key, you work together to create a plan to close that gap. This little framework is an absolute game changer for turning these negative situations around. Ultimately, when you zoom out, all of these habits and their solutions, they all boil down to one single core principle. You can think with it as the ultimate test of your professional character. This right here, this is the principle that should guide every single decision you make at work. Are you upholding your commitments even when your boss isn't around? Are you being honest when a mistake could be really easily hidden? That's integrity. So the question I want to leave you with is this. What's one small action you can take today to prove that you're passing the integrity test?